Alright, welcome back, weary travelers. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault here today in another episode of No Man's Sky. And today we're going to look at what it's like to, excuse me, to hack your guts out. What it's like to live your life as a pirate and to do pirate things. Now, we've been to these pirate stations before, and they have, you know, most of the regular stuff in there. Weapons terminal. We got this guy here, the scrap dealer. You can change your look. You can upgrade your suit, which, yeah, we're going to spend $1 million and do that real quick. We're almost there, guys. Almost friggin' there. And you got the mission agent. The mission agent, of course, is a little different than the one in a regular space station. And you got the salvaged dealer. Now, this guy, instead of having all the separate guys that sell all the modules, this guy just sells a variety of them for different things, so that's cool. Now, ships land in here just like they do in a regular space station, as you can see. You do have a higher chance of finding a nice ship, an S-class, and even an exotic than you do in any other system. So if you are ship hunting, this is the kind of place to go. Let's talk to this bounty master, excuse me, and see what he's got to offer here. So, few different missions in here, right? Delivering illegal cargo and all that. I want to do stuff that will get me interesting things like stolen DNA samples. That is considered contraband. And what I want to look at is contraband actually worth it? I forgot about you, guy. Here's a contraband agent. So, as you can see, contraband, I can buy it for just under 10,000 units a pop, right? First spawn relics 104. So first spawn relics are really nice, but ooh, I like that. Not quite what I want though. Alright, so we're gonna go out and we're gonna raid a capital ship and get those contraband items. So here's what we got to do. Boom. Enter our pulse drive, and just like looking for a whale or a derelict freighter, we just do the same thing. Look at this little thing, man. This is awful looking. And we just go up and wreck it. Destroy all the pods on it. They do fight back. You can see we're getting some interesting items out of it. Anything else? Another gun up there. Let's take that out. And yeah, if you don't already have it, the Infraknife module is definitely the weapon to use. Alright. Well, we got some enemy vessels after us, but the mission is done. So now we're going to rabbit on out of here. Now you see we lose standing with whatever race owns the system, so that's the only really negative part of doing these missions, is you lose a little bit of standing. But you know what? That's easy enough to get back. Go to a Viking system and run a couple missions for them there, and you're absolutely pure gold. Alright, so we want to find our way back to... Oh, it's down here. There we go. It's my capital ship. And there's the bounty master. Let's go. And you can even regain a little bit here. Like if we go ahead and take a pirate mission after this, where we have to take down pirates, and that's what we'll do if there's one available, we'll regain that standing a little bit, you know? So there's a lot of easy ways to do that. If you pirate your butt off for a long time and do a ton of missions and really lose a lot of standing, well, you can always get a forged passport. And the forged passport we'll put you back to neutral with them. So if you have a negative rating with them, if the Gex see you and run, then yeah, get your forged passport and bring it to a space station, use it, and regain your, or at least neutralize your reputation. So we'll hand in the mission, 356 nanites, and what's that, a dozen stolen DNA samples. So that was cool. All right, so this one's a warp hypercore. It's a pirate. We're going to take it even though it's not a contraband item. But that's okay. We just want to see if we can regain that point we lost. And I'll show you how that works. It's real easy. So you could flip-flop between these types of missions, at least to the best of your ability. You're not going to have a kill a pirate every time mission, but they are pretty popular. So we'll go to their hideout right next to the Atlas interface, which we really don't want to mess with right now. So bye-bye. Of course. Of course, you had to be right behind it, dude. Alright, here we go again. And here is the pirates. Now, of course, if you have a squadron... Ooh, I like that ship. Gotta have to destroy it. If you have a squadron, it's a big help. Alright, got another round. As you can see, we're just making real quick work of them. I think you get 3 waves, if I'm not mistaken, so... Well, there we go. See my squid flying around, that's so cool. And there we go, Viking status or standing increased by 1. So we got it back. We got ourselves a journey milestone. Thank you. And look at that, we even went up in rank to the Preceptor. Alright, so good. Now we can head back to... Everything's in the way. Look at that, my capital ship. Let's get that thing out of the way. Make it a little bit easier, at least. Yep. The Atlas interface is just exactly right between us. Alright, well, we're fixing to head back and cash this in. Then we'll go buy some of the other contraband just to get our hands on it instead of running all these missions. The missions are fun though. I like these missions. The capital ship missions are a blast. You know, killing pirates is always fun. It's a quick mission every single time. Unless, of course, you're not equipped for it. Then they can be kind of brutal. But once you get an infra knife and you have decent shielding and you got a squadron, all those, wow. You get a little closer, guys. Yeah, but once you have all that, you're in really, really good shape. And wow, okay, we actually had to fly through a ship to get in here. Thank goodness there's no collision like that. Look at this. Like inside a frigate. Alright. That's just crazy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright. So let's turn this puppy in. Bingo. We're done. We got ourselves a hypercore. Thank you. Alright, we're going to go back to this guy, and instead of, like I said, running a whole bunch of missions, we're just going to go ahead and buy some of these things. So let's remember, blood salt was cheap. 2 grand a pop. First spawn relics, 104 grand a pop. Stolen DNA samples. 48,000 a pop. Now, this guy also sells some other cool stuff like these suspicious packets, which are goods. They can be a wide variety of items. Tritium and dihydrogen, larva cores, which you don't find very often. The suspicious packet weaponry and technology, those turn into modules for your weapons and ships and all that. Repair kits, batteries, mordite, viscous fluid. So, see, he's got an interesting variety of stuff that he sells that you normally don't find in your average space station. Oh, here it is. So, now one thing you'll notice is you cannot travel to a regular space station from one of these, right? You'll see clearance not granted. But that's not horrible, because we can just do like this. Go to our freighter or any of our vessels, or any of our bases, I'm sorry, and then just travel from there. And of course, I keep forgetting this character does not have yeah, he doesn't have a teleporter on the ship yet. I still have to work on building my freighter up. Maybe we'll do that here shortly. I don't know. We'll see. All right, well, I'll catch you back as we get back to the base so we can travel. All right, well, we're back, and we are landing on a regular old space station, and we're going to go to a trade terminal. I thought about going to a one of those trade outposts, but I figure we'll go, you know, space station to space station to kind of keep it real. If you go to those trade outposts, you tend to get a little bit better money, you know, more units and all that, and better exchange rate. So this will give us just from one space station to another. And before we go to that, we'll look here. We'll go to space station, see network restricted. That was the last one we were just at. So remember, you just can't fast travel from one of these to another. And when you are running around with contraband, that includes nip buds, which have been in the game for a long time, you do run the risk of getting scanned and attacked if you don't give up your goods, right? So that kind of sucks. All right, let's take a look here. Got a lot of crap to get rid of. So 257 for a first spawn relic. Nothing amazing there. The blood salt, 5,000. What was the other one we got? There we go, stolen DNA samples. 23,000. So, as you can see, it's definitely better to take them to a place like this, you know, to a regular old space station, but is it worthwhile doing it? I don't know. There's a lot easier ways to make money in a game, and I'm not talking about glitching money or duping things and all that. I'm just talking legitimate, easy ways to make money with a bunch of oxygen and a piece of salt. So, you know, being a pirate might be fun, and I do enjoy it. Every now and then I like to go to a system and just have at it, wreak havoc, kill pirates, take down those capital ships. The battles can be exciting. It's a fun way to test out a new ship. If you get a new ship and you want to deck it out and try a different weapon arrangement and all that, those systems are fantastic for that because you can get plenty of combat in there. You'll even get random attacks sometimes when you're at a trade outpost on one of those places, so that's kind of neat too. But you know, again, it's up to you, and that's what I like about this game. You can play this game in a lot of different ways. You can play it as an explorer. You know, you can just be the guy that goes out, goes to each planet and explores everything, scans every plant, every animal, every rock, you know, and has fun doing it. You can be the builder guy, the guy that goes and wants to build these epic, beautiful bases, towers, and suborbital bases, and all this. You can be the guy that's the miner who likes to go out and just gather resources and stock them up like a little a squirrel, you know, with his nut, you know, in the tree. You can be a trade guy. You can go out and trade things around. Like, that's one thing I like to do, is I like to find an initial way to make a good amount of money and then just pretty much trade for what I need. Now, I will set up bases that mine stuff that I need, but I don't like running around with my little multi-tool in my hand, zapping rocks and, you know, hoping to get one more piece of facium so I can do something, you know. No, I want to be the guy that I can just go into a space station and buy what I need. Or if I need pyrite, I can go fly to my pyrite base, land, and go scoop out a couple stacks of it and then be on my merry way. That's how I like to play it. But there's just a lot of different ways. But you can also play it as a pirate. You can go from pirate system to pirate system and do piratey things. You could align with one race only if you want. Like if you just want to be a Viking pirate, you can go to regular Corvette bait places and get places and wreak all kinds of havoc, but stay true to your Viking roots and all that, which would be a fun way to do it as well. So a lot of different things you can do in the game. However you want to play it, you play it. It's your game. So much to do. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. Thank you for joining me today. It is appreciated. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and don't forget to leave a comment and a like on the video down below. Let me know what you think. You enjoy pirating? I like a little pirating. In fact, I was really looking forward to doing some pirating with Skull and Bones come November, but it looks like that's being pushed back until March, which kind of sucks. But hey, I have a feeling that Ubisoft saw the pushback they were getting and said, you know what, maybe we need to add a few things to this before we release it on the public. And if that's the case, then more power to them. Great job listening to your customer base, because a lot of developers won't do that. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up. I'll see you next time.